Hello and welcome back to Jenna Gets Creative. Today's video is a special bonus video. I was originally planning to do this exact piece a little later in the month for Halloween and actually upload it on the 31st, but then I got this opportunity, so I bumped my Linktober Quest walkthrough to the 31st and we're uploading this today. I am now an official member of a YouTube artist collaboration group known as the Art Addicts Alliance. I'll leave the Facebook page link down below. My friend Weblight Dreams, who likes to do the No-Box Artbox videos with me, is also a member and the reason I checked out the Alliance again and asked to join. I actually came across Art Addicts Alliance way back in spring of 2018, last year, when I was still under 100 subscribers, and that subscriber count is the threshold to be considered for membership. I discovered Art Addicts Alliance because I was watching HIT Art, and that channel used to be part of it. I was really excited when I heard about the group because it's similar to the YouTube Artist Collective, YTAC, and I had already started doing their prompts, and I was dreaming of the day when I would hit 1K and could maybe possibly guest with them sometime. Then I hit 100 subscribers and forgot about Art Addicts Alliance. HIT Art left the group, so I wasn't watching anyone in the group anymore, and it wasn't really something I was thinking about. Then Weblight Dreams and I discovered each other, and I was watching her new uploads as they came out last month, and she put out an Art Addicts Alliance video. I had an, oh yeah, those guys moment, and ran off to the Facebook page, sent a message to apply, and voila! Here we are. I am now officially a member, so you'll be guaranteed a bonus video upload on the third Friday of every month for the foreseeable future, since that's when Art Addicts Alliance uploads, and this month we're doing Halloween themed pieces. I'll link all of the other current member channels in the description box down below, so check them out as well. Subscribe to all of us. If you're new here, welcome. Especially welcome if you're coming here from another Art Addicts Alliance member channel. So great to be part of the community. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. YouTube has changed the notification system again, by the way. If you notice the bell icon is just an outline after you click it, or when you come back next time, then YouTube has put you on a personalized subscription notification plan, which is their way of saying occasional notifications. If you want to get all notifications, click the bell again for options and make sure the bell is filled in. I'm an art channel, as you probably figured out by now. I upload a minimum of twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I often have bonus third or sometimes even fourth videos some weeks. Mostly do time-lapse art footage like this with voiceover, be it simply commentary, a focus tutorial, or a product review. Sometimes I'll switch it up and do a craft. I'm also the originator of the No-Box Artbox Challenge, which is starting to take off, so check that out if you're interested. It's an art or craft challenge where you replicate past subscription boxes using supplies you already own, and it's a lot of fun. I've got a master playlist featuring all the different artists who are doing the challenge here on YouTube. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and to leave a comment down below. I love reading your comments, and I do reply to everyone. This piece, coincidentally, is inspired by my last YouTube Artist Collective prompt piece. Like I said, I'm not a member or even an official guest of that group, but I do their prompts anyway. Last time they were doing phobias, and I chose Porphyrophobia, which is the fear of the color purple. To illustrate that, I did a small marker illustration of 3 ghost-type Pokemon in shades of purple. It had Gengar, Ghastly, and Shuppet. As soon as I started doing that, I knew I wanted to revisit the idea for a bigger Halloween piece. Like I said in the beginning, I was already planning to do this piece before I joined Art Addicts Alliance, and I was planning to do it on Halloween itself, but it seemed fitting to make it my premiere Art Addicts Alliance upload. Rather than just purple Pokemon, since this is now a Halloween piece and not a Porphyrophobia piece, I expanded it to just ghost-type Pokemon. I compiled a list of all the ghost-type Pokemon on Bulbapedia that I thought I might like to draw, and then I started working on the collage. I sketched Gengar first because he's one of my all-time favorite Pokemon, and I knew I wanted him to be in the center of the piece. I've intentionally made him the largest, and I'm not worrying about scale compared to all of the other Pokemon I included. From there, I just added in other Pokemon from the list until I filled up my page. My list had 28 different Pokemon on it, but I only ended up being able to fit 8 of them in. 6 of them do happen to be the first 6 on the list, and they are the first 6 that came to mind, even before I looked up Ghost-type Pokemon on Bulbapedia. But the other 2 are not numbers 7 and 8 on my list. I didn't go in order, I just picked ones that appealed to me the most until I was done. The rest of the included Pokemon are Ghastly and Haunter, naturally, Shuppet and Banette, Duskull, Lampent, and Pumpkaboo. I'm least pleased with how Banette came out. I blame that on the fact that I picked him based on the Mega Evolution colors and appeal, but then I drew his regular form, and I also didn't have an ideal dull pink shade for his eyes. Shuppet also ended up being rather difficult to render this time around. I made her more blue than I originally planned because I was trying to shade and blend with too many different brands of markers at first, and not all of them were playing well together, so I was forced to darken it up. I wanted to keep her a paler periwinkle blue like the lighter parts of Ghastly's Vapor Cloud, but alas, she came out a much darker, more definite blue. Lampent was a lot of fun to color, but I ran into a bit of trouble with the Ohuhu markers creeping out of the line art without me noticing until it was too late. I've noticed those markers do bleed slowly like that when you layer and blend vigorously. Overall, I think I was able to save it with the colorless blenders, and just by virtue of this being the first Pokemon I colored in, which meant I could layer over the bleed spots. Pumpkaboo turned out adorable as ever. That's definitely one of my favorites in this piece. Ghastly looks just a tiny bit off to me, but I'm not sure why. He's definitely not perfectly round, but I don't think that's the problem. Hunter's coloring job is what I'm most proud of in this piece. I used only the Ohuhu purples on him, and the clean lines between the layers of color I was able to achieve are so good. I'm so happy with it. This really looks like the art style for Haunter in the Kanto region anime, rather than the more painterly or computer-rendered artworks on the cards, and that's what I was going for. What do you guys think? Which one turned out best in your opinion? What's your favorite Pokemon? Are you more familiar with the newer generations, or are you an original 151 Forever kind of fan like myself? I was born in the 80s, so I watched the original anime and collected the cards during the first and second generation, and then I didn't come back to the Pokemon fandom until Pokemon Go was released in 2016. But of course, they've been adding the generations slowly. It was when I got Sun and Moon that I really had to catch up and figure out what all of these newer Pokemon since Generation 2 actually are. I did this piece on cardstock, by the way. Nothing special, not coded or anything, just plain old 110-pound cardstock from the scrapbooking section at Michael's. This is what I default to for larger marker pieces, and I like that foggy, uneven finish I get over large areas that I'm playing up and encouraging in the background. I also used it to my advantage in my recent Joker collage piece, but I first noticed it did this when I did the 4-panel pop art portrait of Matthew Santoro back in the beginning of the year. Just in case anybody was wondering about the materials or how I was achieving that effect. Comes with the territory when you combine alcohol ink with uncoated cardstock. Thanks so much for watching, and a huge thank you to the other members of the Art Addicts Alliance for welcoming me into the group. I can't wait to see what everyone else did for this month, and I'm looking forward to doing this again next month. I doubt I'll spontaneously decide to edit something else in time for a 4th bonus video this weekend at this point, so I'll see you again on Tuesday. Bye guys!